What's up, YouTube? Just wanted to do a small account challenge update, just a real short video here. We were at maybe $2 buying power, and then we were down -20 or -$50. Uh, and once we start getting down this low, the or negative, then we'll probably get a margin call. So obviously we want to avoid that. But it's kind of a good learning situation. Typically, reserving half of your funds for margin expansion is good enough. Clearly, here we're substantially under what I wanted, over allocated. Uh, and having shop go down by $100, $59 just today, is the reason for that expansion. We're still break even for CVNA, so that would be something that I would take off for a wash and free up some buying power. So we can see if I go to edit, that would free up $270 right there. So that would more than solve this issue if it does go down a little bit. We have a six strike here, and right now we're at 667 on CVNA. So I don't have any issues with that position. I think it's fine. We've been trading at the same spot. We're basically at support. Now, if we break here, then I might be a little bit more concerned for this position, and could consider cutting it or rolling it out. But at this point in time, I think it's still okay. Um, Also, you could cut shop since that is the one that's eating up our all of our buying power. We would free up 639 there, but then that takes away almost $100 of profit. That's basically everything we've made up until this point, so that would really be a shame to do that. If we had to, that's always an option. Another thing is you could just deposit some funds, but when we get to these situations, I've gotten hundreds of margin calls. It's really, really, really not a big deal, especially if you're not insanely over leveraged. Here, we might be slightly over leveraged, and we have a plan of action that I would just take the scratch on CBNA if I had to. But I'll really push that as far as I can. Usually, they would, if this ends the day green, I'll be fine for one more day. And then if we had another down day tomorrow, then they would give me 2 days to um, deposit additional funds, and we're getting closer to the weekend. So, every day that I can drag my feet is the best thing to do here in these situations. Again, if you are way over leveraged, margin calls are something to be concerned about, but you should not allow yourself to be over leveraged and in that position. Here, we're only marginally a small amount over leveraged, and so I'm not very concerned. Again, none of these positions are particularly at risk, in my opinion. They're not as great as what they were just a couple days ago. I could have taken off profits, but we lost 4% in SPY in 4 days, and so that's obviously not great for any ticker individually. So yeah, so if you aren't, I would definitely recommend that you keep up to date with me on Twitter. That's where you can see my daily updates and positions open and close as I do them in real time. So that's definitely the best way to stay up to date. Uh, and if I had to make an adjustment, I would do so. If it were me and I wasn't trying to stick to the $1,000, I would just deposit the 15, $20 or whatever, $50 that it wants me to deposit, um, to keep that position. But we'll see how things go. Really, it would really only take 1 or 2 days being flat or green in order for probably the CVNA to close and the plug to be right back to where we were. It doesn't take much. It just can't continue to go down a percentage a day, and not expect there to be ramifications. So that's just the unfortunate situation that we're in. Again, not really concerned about these positions, but it is a good learning opportunity, and a chance to experience a margin call if you haven't already with naked positions. It's really, really, really nothing to worry about. Completely mundane, like you said. Like I said, if you've had as many as I've had, um, I that's it's just part of doing business. And again, I never get to a point where I need to deposit $30,000. That would be insane. You did something wrong if you got to that point. But depositing $100 or even $1,000 isn't the end of the world if you're prepared for that possibility. Now, that will not be a possibility here for this account at this stage, but once you start getting into a $20,000 account, for there to be a wild swing where you need to deposit $1,000, that's not too crazy, you know. So just something to consider. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.